and welcome back to Swamp Cove, a park with 2 grand coasters. That is after I've hit the secret magic option called Synchronize with Adjacent Stations. Also known as Increase Coasters magically with half a point of excitement rating. I don't mind, I don't complain, but yeah, we don't really have a coaster that's grand on its own merit. And we are about to build one, but before we get to that, I think that in good tradition we should do a quick pricing check over here. These ones are just new, so it's alright for them to have empty queues. Well, it's not technically, but you know what I mean. For the rest though, it seems that the South Central boat hire is finally not interesting anymore. Well, I say finally, but I mean, of course I want them to be interesting at high prices for as long as possible. But since it's a transportation ride, or at least it's supposed to be a transportation ride, we're gonna lower the pricing quite significantly. Now, over here, the Central, yeah, also 0 popularity. And look at that, it made even less money. Horrible. So yeah, I'm really starting to doubt the effectiveness of boat hires for transportation rides, really. And it's not that this park really needs one. I mean, transportation rides are crap anyway, but you know, I thought I'd try it, but no, so far not working. However, that's also because we don't have North Central, which is supposed to come somewhere over here. However, now that we know that everything is in good order, wait, have I checked the vandalism? No, I did not. Well, let's quickly do that. Vandalism, are you there? Nope, no, it's not here. Right, that's good, because, well, there's no vandalism. What's wrong with that, right? So, good, we know that now. Now, last time, at the end of the video, we did kind of check where our next coaster would be. And I said that we needed to open up this section of the park for that. You know, this set a straight path here, leading right up to there. And I still think we should do that. So, why don't we get a move on with that, alright? Get you there, and then remove you, and you as well. Now, what we're gonna need is a lot of facilities and infrastructure. Or infrastructure interior, I mean. And with that, I mostly mean benches, more benches, oh, and benches. By the way, don't forget the benches. Because, yeah, we really need those. Now, let's get some facilities out here, and I think it would be best to just build a cluster of them right here on the center of this island and be done with it. So, yeah, let's see that we get that done. So we're gonna have them all over there. And then, yeah, like this. Right, well, let's start out with the toilet. This is a very crucial thing. We cannot not have a toilet here. Let's then also start out with one of these drink stalls, which, oh man, I mean, we've been waiting for so long. Yeah, we need to have those everywhere. We're gonna get a hot dog stall, yes. We're also gonna get a ice cream stall, yeah. Definitely want one of those. And then I think we could have one last thing, is an apple candy thing. Alright. Now there's 2 more spots over there, and we are gonna use that, but we're gonna have balloons there. Yeah, and these balloons, they are gonna have this color, golden balloons. And we're also gonna have a hat stall over here, because they're cool. Yeah, like that. And the hat stall is going to be, I think we have the dark green already, so why don't we make this a lighter green, like that. Look, we now got facilities in our new area, which is good, because we are gonna build a coaster. And look at, by the way, at our guest count and our money. We have pretty much close to 1,500 guests, while we only need to get 1,600. We got a good year to get the 130 odd guests. We got plenty of space, plenty of money. I do not see how this can go wrong. Oh well, it can go wrong if I don't set up any staff over here. That's one thing that we definitely need. This whole new section of strait needs staff badly. Now, because there are no rides hooked up really, you're just gonna have this one set a straight path here. Shouldn't be that hard to keep clean. However, when there's more rides hooked up here, more entrances and exits, then yeah, we are gonna need more stuff here. But that's for later. For now, like I said, we are gonna worry about building our newest set of coasters. And I also kind of want to know... Oh, a flying coaster! Nice! Ah, wow, that's an amazing piece of coaster work there. We're first gonna build the corkscrew one though, and I do want to know... Right, so I can just build below here. That's not an issue. This set of tracks though is at height 2, so I could build above it. So basically all that I really need to worry about is the path. Now the good thing is that I could, technically speaking, what I could do... Oh. This is not good, let me tell you. No, but what I could do really with the path, the queue, because that is what I'm thinking about already. I could have the queue kind of like go up straight away and then go above the path over here. Because this one stays at height 4, I could have it go to height 6 straight away and then just do its thing and hook up like over here or something. Then we're gonna have the exit hook up to this exit, so... Alright. Yeah, I think we got ourselves a plan over here. All that I really need now is an entry point to the underground. And what better than to get that entry point right over there. We will get ourselves the steel corkscrew coaster. Oh, come on, game. I just had the perfect view. Remember it for once. Now, yeah, let's get down to height 4. Alright. Then, well, this could work. Right, yeah, alright, let's use this line of tiles. That's actually a bit further off from this set of path than I thought it would be. That's alright there, I mean, you know, it's not that I'm complaining or anything. I think I might have removed a few trees there. Yeah, it's just that, I mean, they're in the way, they're obnoxious. Alright, let's move this back just a little bit. Right. Okay, so come on, trees, move it. One more back. There, that should do it. Come on, game! Don't bother me with bothersome trees. They're bothersome for a reason. Right. Then we'll go straight here. And then we will have to go like this. Actually, because this is height 16 over there, I kind of need to already go and do some terraforming. Oh, this could be... Yeah, speaking about this, huh? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if this... No. No, that's not gonna happen. Let's rotate the... Okay, that's not gonna happen in any way, shape or form. That's alright though. Then we'll go to the other side. Now that does mean that the coaster next to it's gonna have a radically different approach to getting height. But we'll worry about that later. Right, so then we're gonna have a bend over there. Because we're not in the underground anymore, I might as well enable the trees here. Yes. Alright. So far so good. Right, we are getting to the point now that, yeah, if I go any higher, then it's gonna be a crazy coaster. But crazy is what we want, right? That's true. But in terms of expenses, I mean, just to quickly explain a thing, how this works. If you want to build a grand coaster, you need it to have height, but for it to have height and not be coming to the extremes, it needs to have track length with cool features. Now, the higher we go, the more expensive it becomes, but also in general, the more higher the average track will be. So if we were to go from height 28, then you'd have a pretty expensive coaster. But going at height 33, for example, could make it almost double as expensive, even if it were the same coaster type. If you kind of like, well, bid as I bid. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go higher, because we're crazy like that. Not any higher than 35 though. This, however, should have everything it needs to become grand. Okay, it doesn't. That's an issue. Right. Why? Balls, because I went into the Maya, really. That's why. Oh, that is interesting track design already. Look at that. How cool. Right. I like this. Can we do a corkscrew? Yeah, we can. Look at that. And then we're at height 28. And then a corkscrew to the other side, or a half loop. Half loop? No. Corkscrew to the other side? No. Right, but we should also do the corkscrew to over there. That works. Look at that. We might go a little bit too fast through this corkscrew, but I'm willing to risk that. In fact, we could even do a half loop, right? Yeah, we could. If I now go up here and then do... Oh, balls, you gotta be kidding me. No, I was just about to think, like, if I can pull that off, then that's craziness. Absolute craziness. Right, now we might already need to lift that, but so far the first signs of how this track is going to be are quite promising, don't you think? I think so, at least. Oh man, yeah, what a track this is gonna be. Alright, we're gonna have an on-ride photo section, because we haven't had that in this track just yet. Oh, and then there is a reason for us not having had that in the track, methinks. That's because we did not have the opportunity for it. Right. Okay, so this whole on-ride photo section, yeah, not gonna be there. Why? Because, in fact, this whole... Oh, but that... Oh, interesting. Now, because at this speed, I do still want a loop over here. We're gonna have one, because we can have one. Now, so far as well, the track has only been over there, so why don't we make a curve around here? Helix down large, helix down small, helix down large. Look, a curve around like that, then go up. I don't know, I might actually go already way too fast through this loop. In which case, well, we might have to break it a smudge. The question is though, I don't think I can break it. So, yeah, in that case we'll have to remove the loop. I'm just gonna call it right here, right now, that the loop might be a tad bit too intense. We'll have to see there. Right, let's see. Where? Okay, so there's definitely... That's issues. That's what it reads to me. Issues. Now, and we do like a corkscrew to the other side and then a half loop. Is that gonna work? No, it probably isn't. But I do want that track in there. So, you know what? We'll just have a regular corkscrew. Not a helix. Just a regular corkscrew. There. And then we'll have a curve down. Now this coaster hasn't even gone into the underground. So why don't we take a look over there? And see, that is the issue that I have with building as high as we have. Is that right now, basically, we can only go into the underground at breakneck speeds, which isn't really what I want, so we won't do that. We will have a bit of a drop here. And then this. Perhaps another loop. Yeah, why not? We'll have... Ooh, we could... Ooh, that's interesting. Very interesting. In fact, if I do that, I might as well lower it some more. So we'll have... Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Look, with a bit of a mellow curve, some removal of trees here, we can now have the half loop. Yeah, and then do a corkscrew to that side. Ooh, and now all of a sudden we are getting at a much better position to get ourselves in the underground at a more interesting height and speed. Look, height 10, I know we can't do much here just yet in the underground, but that's alright. I also don't want to do too much at this section, because there's going to be the other coaster over here. So we need to keep quite some space for that. So far though, it's looking... balls. Where? Oh, it's right over there. I for a moment thought that I had totally lost my build tile. I haven't though, but... balls. Right, so no matter what I do, I always run into the coaster over there. Great. Not. Right, well, perhaps if I... Yeah, you know what, we're gonna shoot out over here, do some more shenanigans and then go back to the station, really. So, let's see here. Get to the above ground. Yeah, like this. Do a loop, why not? I mean, it's always better to have two loops, right, than just to have one. In fact, we can add boosters here if we need to, so that fact is quite, you know, it's reassuring me of the fact that this loop is gonna be a keeper in this track. This, I must admit, does look a little bit chaotic to me, this whole track building right there. And this also, I mean, the wooden coaster more or less does the same thing. And I do recall as well that the wooden coaster had crazy amounts of troubles getting out from that area. So, besides, I need to at least be over here. Wow, did you saw all these trains just move over there? Well, that was some cool, crazy shenanigans. Damn right, that was cool. Oh, this is even cooler. No, but we can't pull that off. Balls! No, I don't want... Maybe a... That works. How cool is that? Just amazing what we can do with this. And then, of course, right now, I feel like I'm hitting a coaster that is pretty much unavoidable. So if I pull this whole thing one back, then it won't work. You'll see. No. If I do this to the other side though. Come on. That works. Right. Okay. Let's see where this... Okay. So the only place where this will take me is up. And even then, that's not gonna happen. So, why don't I... do it like this, and now have a corkscrew. No? Now have a corkscrew? Still the same issue. Nope, no. It worked, it worked. It worked. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, but it only works by... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That is a cool feature. Now then, what we need to do really, basically what I need is I need to see that we get this thing back to where it belongs, and that is right at the station. So, now there's of course a log flume in the way. Of course there is. You know what we also don't really have much of in here just yet? Those pieces. I want to incorporate those as well. So, oh, yeah, not gonna happen like that, by the way, damage. Just saying. Now, at height 13, we can go where we need to, and that is into the underground, which we will do with one of these pieces. Look. Craziness, right? But it's gonna happen. Okay, maybe not. Balls. Oh. Okay, so... Oh, that's very interesting, actually. Right. What can we do from this vantage point? I know we need to get back to right over there. I don't really want to go there, just like... Alright, so we can get back there, let's go there. Now, bam, don't do it. No. We are going to have to come up with a cool way of doing it. Right now we're at rock bottom. Cool place to be, but it's only really to line us up to get to our station in a gentle and orderly fashion. Because there is the lake, and the lake is making it a little bit harder to get a nice hooking up of things. Yeah, alright, so if I do this and then this, I don't think that lines up even remotely. Now I think what we need to do here is just go straight for a while. And then basically this is difficult, I must admit. Now the other thing is that I don't really know where exactly I line up in terms of build tile and surface over here. So, because otherwise... No, never mind. I thought we might have had a shot at this by going, you know, by approaching it from the other direction, from the above ground, shooting right at it. But no, that's not gonna happen. Not in a million years, I can tell you. So, alright, let me just quickly think about this. Why don't we engineer this backwards? That usually works. Why wouldn't it do that now? Too low. Alright, too low. So, all that I really need to do is just hook it up to over there. Now, if it were that easy, why didn't I think of this before? You gotta be kidding me if this actually hooks it up. Alright, I won't do that. Instead, there is a roller coaster track in the way. Yeah, that would be my own roller coaster track, actually. Right. So far, so good. Oh, balls, look at this. All I need really is to the other side. Oh, okay, never mind. I need 2 of those. Balls. Right. Well, that can be arranged actually by going like this and then going up. Now, right now, I don't need to terraform, which I will do, just for the coaster's sake. Right, and if I now lower this, too low, and now all I need is the S-bend. Right, if I remove one piece over here, S-bend, done. look at that. It's all done. Now, there is one catch to this though. That is that, yeah, we kind of do need to have brakes in here. Because if we don't, we have a big freaking problem. So, look, we will have brakes in there. Brakes that will brake the train to 20 kilometers. And that also means that we kind of... Come on. We do need a lift over here. Otherwise, it's gonna stall. Which would be really bad. So, there, done. Wow, what a build this was. I mean, this could very easily be one of the more extensive and expensive coasters that we have. But man, what a coaster. Look at the track, look at it go everywhere. Just, wow, everywhere. Oh man, it's big. Though, saying that, it seems that way because one of the pre-made coasters has the same track color. We are, of course, not gonna leave it like that, so, yeah. But man, what a coaster. I'm also curious to see... No, I don't think you've gained much in terms of ratings. Did you? No. No, I don't think they got that much influenced by it. But, what a coaster. We are now going to hook it up to the path, you know, the infrastructure, give it a queue, and yeah, you can watch the test ride for me while I try and solve this very difficult situation over here. At least I say it's difficult, but it shouldn't be really. Yeah. Right, look at that. Perfect, perfect. Quick and easy. That's what it is. No. I need the... No. I need the freaking exit here. Oh man, this is gonna be a nightmare. I think this is what I really need. Yeah, and if I then... That should hook it up really, doesn't it? Can't even see, man. I can't even see. I'm assuming that this exit is now hooked up. So, yeah. Wow, look at look at all... Oh man, look at the tracks and the chaos we have made. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, that might be a little bit too fast, this second loop over here. This also, it might be too fast, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but I do feel that we might have to break a thing or two. Because, how are the G's here? Oi, 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 they're reaching the 5 G's. That is crazy. Lateral G's, they shouldn't... Oh. Yeah, this coaster has a big chance of being extreme. Like, too extreme. Oh my goodness! 4.9. Yeah, there is what? Wait, what? How on the freaking earth? I don't get this. I honestly don't get this. How is this not too extreme? And how is it only 7.6? Really? Look at all the coolness that is in this track. I mean, it has corkscrews, helixes, loopings, it goes in the ground, has drops, it has everything. Goes through tracks, yet it's only 7.6? Really? Oh man. I even have these half loop track things in there. What else is it? I honestly don't get this, but fine, game, fine. We'll take it. We'll take it for what it is. It's a bit disappointing, I must admit. I thought that this coaster would be a lot better, but no. 7.6. I'm a bit baffled by it. Of course we're gonna get it up, you know, to 8 and above in the ratings, but I honestly thought that this would be a grand coaster. So many cool things and features. Well, actually, the one thing that's not in there, which I think is the main cause for the ratings not being as high as I thought they would, that is a big drop. Yep. If you look at it, I mean, we have lots of tiny drops, 13, but the highest drop is only 16 meters. Whereas this one, if we open the sunken mine, 33. And it has more or less equal ratings, though in terms of track type, the corkscrew one is far superior. This is a flaw in the design, one that I'm not gonna be able to fix right now, but yeah, balls, really. Balls! I am disappointed by a 7.6 in the ratings. Can you imagine how high the standards are? Oh man. Anywho, yeah, we are just gonna quickly set this whole area up here. We need these two covered. I also need another safety mechanic. Definitely need that. I mean, what you don't want to have happen is if one coaster has a regular breakdown and then the other one gets a station brake failure, them still crashing. That's why we need two mechanics there, one for each coaster. But man, I am really disappointed. So what we're gonna call this is the Cove depressor. There. Because it's depressing, at least the ratings are. I mean, it's also really telling that it's raining right now when we're building that coaster. Really says it all. Though I do love the yellow umbrellas. I mean, they do look quite cool, if you ask me. But yeah, balls. Now, how are we gonna color this? I'm thinking of coloring this black. Okay, perhaps not. I'm thinking of coloring this really, just in the general other color style of all the rest. Green and brown, so it does not stand out at all. Like this, yeah. Is there a train on the tracks? Yeah, there is one over there. Why don't we also color you green and brown? Or even grey and green? Yeah, totally unremarkable. Which is, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, maybe I should have gone underground once more, but I mean, we have... Yeah, perhaps we should have gone underground once more. Coming to think of it, there isn't that much of the underground stuff over here. We go underground here, then we go back. Other than that, apart from this piece where we go back to the station. Yeah, alright. The thing is though, that the next coaster, that's gonna be a tough build as well, because we do not have that much space for it, but... well, that's the next coaster, cause that coaster and more all has to wait for next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.